What's up everybody, this is Master Ian Gamer. Overwatch 2 Season 8 may have only just started, but already it looks like we're getting a bit of a sneak peek at some possible skins which may be coming even later down the line, this time from a rather strange sort of source. Just a few hours ago, images of what are evidently official Blizzard concept artwork for potential future skins were posted on Reddit by user Transflexion, who evidently received them via an official Blizzard survey, with the nature of the survey itself evidently being to gauge interest in the shown skins. They went on to give some additional context about the skins in survey, saying that they got an email from Blizzard about taking a survey about Overwatch. The survey basically consisted of one of these pictures and the questions being, do you understand the theme of the skins? Are the skins cohesive? Do you play the characters that are in the images? And would you buy them? There evidently were additional concept art images shown beyond just the new ones we see here in the Reddit post, but most of those were of already existing skins, such as the Bubble Bath, Zenyatta, and Orisa skin concepts, Season 4 skin concepts, and other stuff which has already been released. So, the key and most exciting detail, of course, is the brand new skins of what could very well end up being future skins we get for various heroes in Overwatch. Now, before I go on and actually show you the rest of these skin concept images, I would like to preface all of this by saying there is no guarantee that any of the skins we see here right now will necessarily ever actually make it in-game as skins. Assuming first and foremost that this post is legitimate and the survey is real and the person who posted this on Reddit didn't in some way fake the images we're seeing, it does seem like the nature of the survey itself is to gauge interest in the skins without it being a guarantee that they'll ever end up being real. So keep that in mind. All the images you're about to see come with a hefty grain of salt, but on that note, let's dig into them because, hoo boy, there are some interesting ones in here. So first up, we have an image of three heroes being Kiriko, Mei, and Sombra in what I believe to be as a sort of Japanese Harajuku Decora type set of skins. These skins are very flashy, very over the top, very colorful in their own sort of way, and honestly are a pretty solid start to this collection of concept skin images. I could realistically see all three of these heroes getting the skins we see here, maybe not looking exactly like they do in the images, but at the very least, they feel like they thematically fit the heroes while having their own sort of mini theme going on. Now, admittedly, that's pretty par for the course with all the images I'm about to show off, so moving on to the next set, we have four skins, this time for Kiriko, Widowmaker, Mei, and Brigitte, in a style which, frankly, I think has to be described as Cat Girl Lolita. Yeah, I certainly can't imagine these being popular whatsoever. No, of course not. In all seriousness though, barring the obvious reasons why I think a lot of people would really like to get their hands on these sorts of skins, I think they actually do a really impressive job of holding to the characters' silhouettes and overall styles while playing into the Lolita cat girl aesthetic that the theme seems to be going for. Briggs in particular, I think is really impressive with the way it sort of maintains the overall armor bulkiness that she typically has with her skins, while also fitting that very feminine cat girl aesthetic. Yeah, wow, this is quite the impressive set we're looking at here. Blizzard, if these somehow aren't skins you're legitimately considering making and you actually want to make money, you should probably start considering making these actual skins. But taking things in a slightly different direction, the next set of images features skins for Doomfist, Kiriko, Tracer, and Winston, which all seem to be playing into the hazmat or toxic biohazard type aesthetic, which is actually an aesthetic we've seen periodically pop up for different heroes. Reaper, just this season, got a hazmat skin, and we've also seen past heroes like Roadhog and Moira get biohazard type skins, so I could easily see them adding more for heroes like these ones we see here that would likely fit some sort of design like this. The Kiriko one in particular I find really interesting with this, given that her kunai has evidently been turned into a syringe. That's a rather unexpected yet really creative and kind of fitting way to redesign the visuals of the weapon. Yeah, have Kiriko just throw syringes at people. For a skin like this, that somehow just makes sense. Again, these are all just concepts from a supposed survey from Blizzard, so there's no guarantee any of these skins will see the light of day, but there definitely are some really cool ideas in play here. Moving on to the next set, we get a sort of astral or constellation type theme, pretty similar to the Orisa Starsheep skin we got back in Season 2, this time being skins for Moira, Mei, Zenyatta, and Tracer. All of these have very celestial, sort of star and golden and shiny sort of designs to them, with Zenyatta's perhaps being the standout one here in my opinion. I like the idea of his orbs forming constellations, and him being this sort of celestial being, basically, who's in this meditative sort of state. Again, a really cool set of skins here that all fit into their own little theme, while still maintaining the aesthetics of the heroes themselves, such that I could very easily see these being skins they actually end up getting. Next up, we have one in a bit of a different direction, which seems to be a Chinese-inspired set of skins for Echo, Mei, Reinhardt, and Mauga. Now, for me, Reinhardt's is the big outstanding skin in this set, as he evidently is some sort of calligrapher where his hammer turns into a giant brush that normally you would use for writing calligraphy, except he's wielding it as a weapon, I suppose. What an interesting and creative idea. I love that. Something so unexpected and off the wall like that is one of the reasons I'm actually genuinely excited for a lot of the concepts we see here, and hope at least some of them end up being proper skins in game. The next set once again returns to the cat aesthetic, this time taking it in what might be like a Victorian noble-esque cat theme? This is one of the weirder ones, but it does feature skins for Reaper, Mercy, Kiriko, and Ashe, including Bob, of course, with Ashe. And while I gotta say, the ladies certainly have their own appeal here in this concept piece, Reaper and Bob, I think, are the more outstanding characters, given that they're literally cats. Like, Bob is just a buff cat butler. What? Again, such crazy ideas that somehow end up looking really good and feeling like they fit the characters. Could you imagine if Reaper actually got like a cat count skin where he has this big old cape and this very regal sort of aesthetic going for him, but he's a cat? Yeah, these are very interesting ideas we're seeing being shown off here. The next set appears to be a sort of casual winter wear collection, where we actually see two different Kiriko skins, along with Widowmaker and Genji, all wearing pretty simple winter attire. Nothing too fancy or formal here, it's just a sort of maybe slightly old-fashioned style outfit with the different coats and winter wear, but by and large seem to be just casual cold weather clothing that have a nice wintry charm to them. Nothing too particularly fancy or outstanding to talk about here, but again, I think they all look pretty nice. Next up, we get a set with a pretty clear thematic inspiration going for it, being skins for Diva, Junkrat, Tracer, and Junker Queen that all pretty obviously fit into the Alice in Wonderland theme. We can see Diva as Alice herself with this magical sort of house construct for her mech. And then Junkrat, of course, is the Mad Hatter, Tracer being the White Rabbit, and Junker Queen as the Queen of Hearts. God, I gotta say, that last one, Junker Queen, Queen of Hearts, both of them are queens. Again, another idea that, like, once you see it, it makes so much sense, but otherwise, I don't think I ever would have thought of that. The next set we get then is a bit of a smaller collection, which appear to be Masquerade type skins for Cassidy, Mercy, and Ana. Again, all of these look pretty good with the masks they're wearing and the overall fancy, almost Victorian-esque aesthetics of some of them. Cassidy on the left, I think, is my personal favorite of these three. He just looks so cool as a masked Phantom of the Opera-esque vigilante type character. That is a pretty cool design for him there. But again, all three of them I think are quite impressive. And the last image we have actually features several skins in a massive collection that might actually be a sort of concept piece for an entire Battle Pass theme, just given the overall theming of it and the number of skins present, which appears to be a sort of Norse mythology-inspired collection of skins for Mauga, Lifeweaver, Sigma, Brigitte, Hanzo, Genji, Junker Queen, Ramatra, Reaper, and Orisa. Yeah, this is a pretty big piece right here. I really like the Mauga skin in particular, the way it's like this sort of like energized runes, it looks like, with his miniguns just being these big rune chunks. I don't know what you'd even call them other than that, but again, it's such a crazy, unique design for Mauga while still fitting his overall design, and so many of these genuinely look like skins I could actually see being added to the game. That, unfortunately, is the extent of images we have here from this post. It seems like all the other images shown off in the survey the Reddit user received were of existing skins, as they had mentioned in one of their posts. But again, this is quite the sizable collection of unreleased hero skin concept images, and frankly, I'm a little surprised that this is something Blizzard is showing off, even in a closed sort of survey, which seems to be what exactly this was. Again, there's still the possibility that this isn't an official set of concept pieces. It's not something I've been able to verify in terms of its authenticity, but at the very least, there's some cool concept ideas in here, and ones that if Blizzard isn't actively thinking about potentially making into future skins, they probably should be. I will of course have the Reddit post itself where I got these images linked down in the description, so feel free to check it out for yourself and see what people are talking about there. But otherwise, I would love to hear your thoughts on these images in the comments down below. Do any of these really stick out to you as skins you would like to see added to the game for any of the various heroes? Do you think this is a legitimate survey Blizzard has shared looking to gauge interest in some of these different themes and skin ideas, with the thought of them one day being actual in-game future skins? As always, thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe, hit up that bell icon, come follow me on X, and join my Discord server to hang out and never miss any of my future Overwatch 2 news, streams, and other content. Special thanks to my YouTube channel members who help make these videos possible, and if you'd like to join them to earn some cool rewards, then just hit that join button down below. Otherwise, this is Master Ian Gamer signing off, and until next time, have a great day.